Hey guys, I'm Joe, and today we are going to be talking about Fighter by Sarah J. Maas. This book is the third book in the Throne of Glass series by Sarah J. Maas. It is amazing. I have videos for The Assassin's Blade, which is the bind-up prequel, Throne of Glass, and Crown of Midnight. They will all be linked in the description below. So yeah, if you have not read this book, then you can stop this video here, and you can go and read it, and then you can come back and we can discuss together. Bye! Okay, you're back. First off, let's just appreciate the fact that the first time she saw Rowan, he was sitting on the roof with her in his hawk form, and she was just like, fuck you. Best way, you know, like, when we found out that Aeron has a ring, I was like, oh, fuck. No, I don't think so. No, how about no? You know, like, he's gonna play a part in this. Like, you know, he's related to Selena. He is Aylin's cousin. So there's gotta be some kind of connection. I think it was Rowan that said this. He's like, hello, Aylin Galthinius. She was like, Aylin Galthinius is dead. She died 10 years ago in that river. You know, like, I was just like, So when we first got Manon's chapters, you know, I thought that was really cool. Like, I don't know what's gonna go on with Manon. It sounds like they're gonna attack Morath, maybe? Or they're gonna go into Morath. They might attack Rifthold, but I don't know what's gonna happen. You know, something might happen. Something's probably gonna happen, or else, like, we wouldn't have a chapter, like, all of that book, half the book about Manon's backstory. So I really hope something happens with that, because those were kind of hard for me to get through. Because it was just like, what is the point of this? She's wing leader. Yay. What's gonna happen? You didn't need a weapon at all when you were born one. Just like, fuck. Okay, so this whole book, Keltane, Caitlin, however you say it, and Roland went with Duke Parrington to the Fern Gap, which is where, you know, the witches are right now. But nothing ever happened with them. And where did Duke Parrington go? I don't know. He was in that one chapter and then we never heard from him again. Maybe he's in Morath, but like, he's not back in Rifthold. No one said anything about him being in Rifthold. Let's talk about Abraxos. Abraxos is so sweet. I love Abraxos. I love him to death, you know? He's just gazing and sniffing the flowers, and he knew that like there was stuff wrong with the meat, and I love the relationship between him and Manon, and how she's like, you are mine. Get that straight. And you can tell that she cares for him. You know, she's got a heart. I loved it when Selena was like, my name's yeah. Cool, we're going by a new name now. We got Selena and Lillian and Aylin and Alintia. And no, everyone calls her something different. And she was like, she could not remember what it felt like to be free for once. She was attached to the crown, or she was attached to the king, or she was attached to Arabin, and she couldn't choose anything herself. She couldn't do anything herself. You know, like, she could, yeah, she could do everything herself. Like, she was really independent, but like, she couldn't make her own decisions for what she wanted to do. I didn't realize that Baba Yellowlegs was the Yellowlegs matron. So like, she killed the Yellowlegs matron. Everyone's really pissed off about it, so just imagine when like Selena and Manon meet and it's gonna go like yeah, that's gonna be fun. I hated Rowan most of the book, to be honest. You know you did too. If you didn't, I don't know what's wrong with you, but like, example A, I think you're used to getting your way. I think you have no control over yourself. No control and no discipline. Not the kind that counts deep down. You were a child, and a spoiled one at that. And, he said, those green eyes, holding nothing but distaste. You are a coward. Example B. Coward. You are a coward who has run for 10 years while innocent people were burned and butchered. And then she just stopped. No, it's the exact same thing. Those were the exact same words that Nemea said to her before she died. Last words was that she was a coward. And it's just like, don't you see that there's a fucking reason why she doesn't like being called a coward? This is one of my favorite quotes that Manon said. Witches didn't need blood to survive, but humans didn't need wine either. Page 122. I thought it was cool. Amaris, I said it Amaris. However you say it, you know, I say it Amaris, you may say it differently. It's probably not how Sarah pronounces it, but you know, it's the way I read it. I loved his stories and how like everyone would gather to watch and she'd be doing the dishes and like even Rowan was there in his hawk form secretly, and I thought that was like so cool. When Rowan shifted in front of Selena for the first time and she was just like, where do your clothes go? Page 157, just like, that's what you want to know is when you shift, where do your clothes go? Somewhere in between. I don't know. Doesn't really matter. And then when he threatened to whip her, I was just like, Example C. You would probably have been more useful to the world if you'd actually died 10 years ago. Page 163. Like, example D. Is this what you do? Run away when things get hard? 163. Example E. Have you ever had to fight for anything in your life? It's like, you don't know the shit she's been through, Rowan. Like, get your facts straight and know the whole story. You know one story about her. One story. You don't know the rest of them. And we all have our reasons for things. You know, you've lived that long. You should know something. You should know that, you know? Like, get a grip. And Selena said this, and Rowan, I think. Because I made a promise. I promised to my friend that I would see her kingdom freed. She shoved her scarred palm in his face. I made an unbreakable vow, and you and Maeve, all you goddamn bastards, are getting in the way of that. And what of your own people? What of your own kingdom? They are better off without me, just as you said. His tattoo scrunched as he snarled. So you'd save another land, but not yours. Why can't your friend save her own kingdom? Because she is dead! She screamed the last word so loudly it burned her throat. Because she is dead, and I am left with my worthless life. I started crying then, but like, I was like, don't. When Aelin ran away and then made the fire and the skinwalkers came and she was just like, surprise! While she was falling. That was so badass. And then when Manon was pushed into the pit with Titus by Iska, the Yellowlegs heir, I was just like, fuck you, Iska. Why? That's what you've resorted to is cheating, then you're never gonna be the witch leader, because that's not how the world works. And then when Hale and Aedon started meeting, and they were in the secret passageway in Selena's room, and Dorian was just like, and figured out, like, out of her eyes, Selena's eyes, just like, fuck, Dorian's gonna be mad now. Everything's gonna go shit, you know? Like, fuck. The Valg, I swear. They killed all those demi-fae, and, like, they're just kill everything in sight, and it's just awful. And like, now Dorian has the collar, and he's gonna have like a prince or something inside of him, and like not good. Then those men of the royal guard that Kale didn't know, and like Aedon just killed like 6 of them at once. Like, damn, son, slow down a bit. You don't gotta show off, you know, you can have some help. You don't need to kill 6 men at once. Just like okay, this is like the quote that brought me to tears the most. What are you doing that makes her come in here with such emptiness in her eyes? Page 279. I see her slipping away, bit by bit, because you shove her down when she so desperately needs someone to help her back up. Page 280. She has no hope, Prince. She has no hope left in her heart. Help her. If not for her sake, then at least for what she represents, what she could offer all of us, you included. I mean, they respected her enough to let her be just Olentia, not Aelin, not Selena, not anything else they know about her, but just Olentia. Like, they all knew, but they were around her as if she was just a normal person. And then when she was by the water, and she's like, because I am lost, she whispered into the earth, and I do not know the way. When Rowan took her to the lake that he froze, and Luca was just like, oh, thank goodness, please say you brought snacks. I'm so hungry. And then she had to like walk across and like get him out of there, and then there was that thing under there that was gonna like eat them, and was like, go, get out of here. Like, fuck. This is not gonna eat us. We have to get away. There are more books. She's not fine now. Not happening. And then when she had that fight with Rowan, and then suddenly he just cracked and just let her hit him and burn him and stuff. And they came back, and like she hadn't changed yet, and they were all like, it makes no difference to me whether you're Fae or mortal. And he was like, just no more fighting. The language you use is enough to curdle all the milk in Wendlin. Page 297. Great. So when Manon went to go get the spider silk, and she met the spider, and the spider specifically referenced the guy in Assassin's Blade, the merchant Selena met, and then Manon didn't fucking kill the spider. It's easy. All you gotta do is kill it, you know, you're a weapon. You just gotta be like, and it'd be dead. And when Dorian was like, you cannot pick and choose what parts of her to love. 44. And then later in the conversation, as for Selena, he said again, you do not have the right to wish she were not what she is. The only thing you have a right to do is decide whether you are her enemy or friend. 3:44. And then when Aeron was giving Kill, like, talking to him, was like, when your people have died around you, when you have seen your women unforgivably hurt, when you have watched droves of orphaned children starve to death in the streets of your city, then you can talk to me about sparing innocent lives. Until then, the fact remains, Captain, that you have not picked a side because you are still a boy and you are still afraid. Not of losing innocent lives, but of losing whatever dream it is you're clinging to. Your prince has moved on, my queen has moved on, but you have not, and it will cost you in the end. Fucking Carol. He's like my least favorite character right now, gotta be honest. Then when Rowan saw the scars on Selena's back after the burnout, and he just like walked away, like what kind of a reaction is that? What am I supposed to know from that? I don't know. And then when Gabriel came that first time, he was like, I don't think my kitty cat friend would know what to do with you, nor would any of the others. It would likely end in bloodshed. 372. I have no doubt that you'll be able to free the slave from the labor camp someday, no matter what name you use. Page 375. Just like, no, that was great at the time, but after the king did that, I was just like, you know, like, what the fuck? That's like thousands of people. When Selena and Rowan were being chased by the Valg that we didn't know was a Valg yet, it was just a creature, but like they were being chased, and she was like, I have an idea. And then she got the Skinwalkers, and then the Valg and the Skinwalkers, and like they fought for a while, and they like ran away. Or they went in the tree, but like still. And then the Valg walked away. And then quote from Aeron. Yet nothing made me feel as filthy as I did today, thanking that man for murdering my people. 422. And then when there was the theater, and after all of those people were murdered in the camps, in the labor camps, and then the king had the theater shut down, and like no one heard from any of the performers or anything again. It was just like, oh my god. And when the Valg were coming, and she was like, what is that? Rowan's mouth tightened into a thin line. Bigger problems. Bigger problems? Yeah, I'd say so. When Maas fucking betrayed them and let them in through the tunnels and they were all screwed, I was just like, fuck you, good thing you're already dead or else I'll kill you myself. You know, I will go inside that book and kill you myself. I don't care what the fuck you do or any good things that you try to redeem yourself, you're dead. You will be dead and dead and dead and dead and dead by every single person ever. It wasn't good, you know, like they were all screwed. And then she was like out there fighting off the Valg. She went out there with the death wish. She knew that she was gonna die. And she was just trying to hold on. And then they brought her through all of those memories. And then she finally embraced them and she was just like, you're all dead. And then they all died. And like when the cadre came and it was like then when we heard that one, like the actual backstory behind like how her parents died and stuff, and like the king, and like you know the king did it. We all know it. The king did that, and it was so sad. It brought me to tears. Every single part in this book brought me to tears. That's why I was crying the whole book. And then when she was like, and the Val were like going like and like sucking her in, and then like there was Nemia and Sam and her parents, and they were like, you need to get up and keep going, but then she was like, I can't. And they're like, you're a coward and you're awful and like you're shamed us. And then she was like, fuck you. Yeah, that was awful. Then when we found out they were Carnum, she's like, hell yes. And then he was like, I claim you too, Ellen. Yay, they're friends, and they're Carnum, and yeah. When Dorian had spoken, it hadn't been a prince who looked at him, it had been a king. Dorian's gonna be a king now, we just gotta get the other king murdered, you know? He's gotta go psh. She was the heir of ash and fire, and she would bow to no one. Page 499. It's pretty lit. And then when I was like, not for the world, but for Prince Rowan Whitethorn. I started whipping him, she was like, no, don't do it. And I was like, but then she was like, and then Maeve was like, my city is made of stone. Your people are not. And then break the blood oath. And, you know, Rowan had given her that sword on purpose and the ring, and like, so that she could like get land and like help her and stuff. But she was like, no, I want Rowan. And then Rowan was like, blood oath. And then he took the blood oath, and now they're apart. And then when she got all the tattoos on her back, I thought that was so sweet, of like all of her losses. And then when Manon went going to go save Petra from falling in the battle, and she became wing leader, and then her gift was a new cloak. That was fucking stupid of her grandmother. Like, the witch said this. We pity you, each and every one of you, for what you do to your children. They are not born evil, but you force them to kill and hurt and hate until there is nothing left inside of them, of you. That is why you're here tonight, Manon. Because of the threat you pose to the monster you call grandmother. The threat you posed when you chose mercy and saved your rival's life. She gasped for breath, tears flowing unabashedly as she bared her teeth. They have made you into monsters. Made, Manon. And we feel sorry for you. And then when the king brought Kale and Aeron and Dorian and Scorsha into the throne room, and the king was just like, off with her head! She's been selling out information to the rebels. And then Aeron was just like, it's my fault. I have betrayed you. And then Dorian was just like, and Kale ran away, and on Dorian, and it was just, and then he like, I'm gonna wait for your execution so that a certain someone might decide to come and rescue you. Yeah. Worst ending ever. And then Kale was like, and I will not serve you a moment longer. There is one true king in this room. There always has been. And he is not sitting on that throne. Page 548. And there is a queen in the north, and she has already beaten you once. She will beat you again and again, because what she represents and what your son represents is what you fear most. Hope. You cannot steal it no matter how many you rip from their homes and enslave, and you cannot break it no matter how many you murder. Page 548 to 549. Okay, what was with the random dude tossing the sword in the river? I don't know what that had to do with anything. Might come into play in the next maybe? I don't know. Then the last line. She was Aelin Ashriver Galathinius, and she would not be afraid. Page 562. Yeah, that had to be my favorite part, that last line. So what are your favorite parts? I want to know. Please comment below. And if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. And if you like watching me, for some reason, please subscribe. And if you want, you can click that bell icon and be notified every time I post a new video. So yeah, see you next time. Bye!